Well, for the first time in months, Ontario has now recorded fewer than 100 new cases of COVID-19 for 7 straight days. Today, the province announced 79 new cases, the bulk of them in Toronto. Ontario has recorded more than 40,000 COVID-19 cases since the pandemic began. 2 new deaths were also announced today, bringing the provincial death toll to just over 2,700. And health officials in Quebec are now warning that province is on the cusp of a second wave of COVID-19. As the province prepares for a potential influx of new cases, plans are also moving forward to get students back to school. As Gloria Henriquez reports, some concerned parents are now threatening legal action against the government.
See any of these exercises?
Yeah.
Robert Panetta is preparing his daughter to head back to school, but the family's usual excitement has been replaced by uncertainty.
The obvious, what's going to happen if her pod is sent into isolation? What would happen if a second wave comes in?
Panetta's fears come as public health officials are warning a second wave is on its way.
We are at a critical point in our fight against COVID-19, on the cusp of a likely second wave of cases that could arrive as early as in fall.
The province's back-to-school plan means students from preschool to grade 9 will go back to class full-time. It doesn't offer the option of online learning without students having to leave school. Parents say it doesn't include a contingency plan if that second wave hits. A new petition demanding change has garnered more than 17,000 signatures. Concerned parents want the government to accommodate families that can't take the health risk of sending kids back to physical classes.
It is not for the state to interfere and tell parents whether they feel safe.
In Quebec, masks or face coverings are mandatory in all indoor public spaces. But unlike in Ontario and Alberta, students in Quebec will not be required to wear masks in school. This weekend, thousands of demonstrators marched through downtown Montreal to protest against the province's mandatory mask regulations. The province's education minister says he won't comment on the matter.
In high school, all the kids are 12 years old and more, so are they going to be wearing a mask? If yes, do we have enough masks for them? Are we going to pay for it?
A new back-to-school plan is expected to be released next week. As for Panetta, he hopes it will provide more clarity and more peace of mind. Gloria Henriquez, Global News, Montreal.
There remains a lot of concern and questions about asymptomatic spread, whether people without any symptoms of COVID-19 might still be spreading the virus. Well, now researchers in South Korea have published new evidence that shows that even people who don't develop any symptoms do carry large amounts of the virus. That study, published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, analyzed samples from 193 symptomatic and 110 asymptomatic people, and it found that both groups had similar levels of viral load in their lungs, noses, and throats throughout the entire course of infection. Now, experts say it strongly suggests that people without any symptoms can unwittingly spread the virus. It also found that asymptomatic people became virus-free around day 17 compared to day 19 or 20 for those with symptoms. That's longer than the quarantine period required in most countries, including Canada.